Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Elle and today I'm going to be doing a spicy taboo romance recommendation video for you. So I recently just read the Frat Boy, which was the inspiration for this video. And I'm going to talk about it later, but I loved it. And that is a very spicy romance and kind of like forbidden. But I am really excited to share all of these books with you. Some of them are very, very taboo and some of them are a little less taboo than others. But let's get right into this video. The first book I want to talk about is The Wild by Kay Webster. So this book is a banned book and I actually purchased it I think from her like website 2 years ago or a year ago. I think it was a year ago, and you can buy it from her website if you want to read it. But this book is very, 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 very taboo and can be uncomfortable at times, and I just want to just give a disclaimer that this book is definitely not for everybody. So the story starts out with a family. The hero and his wife and his daughter end up deciding to live off the grid, and so they go and rent an RV or buy an RV and decide to go on this trip to where their like site is, where they're going to build a house and like live off the grid and all of this stuff. And they get in a really, really bad accident, and the only people that are left are the hero and his daughter. And it is a relationship between the hero and his daughter, and they are basically the only ones that survive the crash, and they have to survive in the woods by themselves, and they develop a romance for each other. And I really loved this book when I read it the first time and the second time. It is definitely weird. It definitely can be very uncomfortable, and it is definitely not for everybody. And so there are lots of like things that happen in this book. So if you plan to read this one, I definitely recommend checking out the triggers for this book. And there is a spoiler that I'm not going to say, but the spoiler is that it makes me feel kind of okay with like the situation. But I like this book. It is a dark taboo romance, so if you're not into that, don't read this book. But I enjoyed it, and if you want to find the book, definitely go check out Kay Webster's website. But I think she also sells a bind up of The Wild and this other book that she kind of did in the same world, so that's how I would find them. But I enjoyed it, and check it out if you think you would enjoy it. The next book I want to talk about is An Evening at Crystal Lake. So this is actually a novella, and I read it I think maybe 2 years ago now, and it's really, really fun. So I don't think there's like a real designated hero and heroine, but well, there is a heroine but not really a hero. So the heroine is married, and she, I think, is deciding to do this like photo shoot for Halloween in this cabin with her husband, and they're bringing in this guy to pretend to be Jason from like Friday the 13th, or what is, I can't even remember the movie. It's like, if you know, like the scary character Jason, with like the mask, the hockey mask or ski mask or whatever, at like that camp. And so they're gonna role play Jason, and it's really spicy. It's fun. I really liked it. And they role played Jason and him like going to kill them and kind of this thing, but not really kill them. It's like they're doing some spicy things. But I really liked it. It was a short novella. It was fun. I liked the premise of it. I love horror films, and so this one was a really fun read. So if you want just kind of like a taboo role play fun spicy romance, I recommend that. And then another book that I wanted to talk about was Balance by Lucia Franco. So this one is another probably very up there with The Wild and how it is very taboo. So Balance is a romance between a gymnast and her coach. The original series did have the heroine underage, but the author rewrote it and rewrote some scenes where she is of legal age, and it did get banned like a couple years ago, I think, because she was underage, which makes sense. But anyways, so it is about a gymnast and her coach and Rhea, and it's a very messy, angsty romance. It's also a 5-book series, I think, but it's really, really good. I really liked it, and he is also in a relationship, so there is cheating involved in this series, but I just love it. I love how angsty and messy the romance is. It is very forbidden. He is a lot older than her, probably like maybe like 15 to 20 years older than her, and they have to keep their relationship a secret. And I just really, really love this series. I love like the sports romance aspect of it. I love like a coach and the athlete romance. Those are one of my favorite tropes in romances. I really, really like this one, but definitely check the triggers on this one. If you think you would not like this book, I wouldn't read it, but I really loved it. And if you love forbidden romance and you're okay with the things I just mentioned, I would recommend this book in this series. It's really fun and messy and kind of just, I feel like it's a way to like get your mind off of, you know, your life or whatever, and just dive into another just like insane, crazy world. All right, so now I'm gonna get into the physical books I have to share with you. So the first one is The Earl Takes All. I forgot the title, by Lorraine Heath. So I really, really love this one. This is my first Lorraine Heath book, and it packed a punch, y'all. I loved this book so much, and I still love it. So our hero is coming back from a trip in India or Africa, maybe, I can't remember, but he went with his twin brother, and his twin brother died, and his twin brother was the husband to the heroine, and the heroine is pregnant, and they don't want to tell, and his brother asks this of him, don't tell my wife that I'm, you know, I think he was like, he knew he was dying, I think, and he was like, don't tell her that I'm dead, like pretend, be me kind of thing, because she in the past, from stress and just life, has miscarried, and they don't want to lose this baby, because then this baby will be like the sole heir to the earldom. And so he actually pretends to be his brother and comes back as her husband, and she has no idea, and they start falling in love with each other and have a romance, and it is very taboo and forbidden, because he knows, she does not. And I really loved how the story, when she kind of realized that she was falling in love with her husband's brother, and I just really, I really love this book, and I love the premise of it, and it was very angsty and emotional, and I just love this book so freaking much. It is one of Lorraine Heath's best books, I think, and I really, really love it, and I feel like this is a great book to get into Lorraine Heath with. And here is the step back. It's so gorgeous. I don't think I've taken a step back Saturday picture of this one, so I might do it this week. But anyways, I really, really love this book. If you want just an angsty, forbidden, taboo historical romance, I would definitely check this one out. The next book is Unconditional by QB Tyler. So QB Tyler is known for forbidden, taboo, spicy, spicy romances. And I wanted to include this one because I really, really liked it when I read it. And so our hero and heroine meet when the heroine, I think, is maybe like 5 years old. Her parents end up passing away, and so he is like the officer on the scene when that happens, and she kind of clings to him and is very like wants to be around him, and he makes her feel safe because of what happened. And so he is an officer on the scene, and he ends up I think like adopting her, maybe. I can't remember if he adopts her. I think he does. And so then she is kind of his like, he is a guardian of her, and so she grows up, and then she starts getting a crush on him, and they start having a romantic relationship, and it is very spicy. And he does not want to have this relationship with her at first, because he's like, this is so wrong, this is so bad, like, we can't do this. But they do, and it's really, really good. I really like this one. Very spicy, very taboo. They have to keep their romance a secret because they kind of live in a smallish town, but she also feels so much for him because she grew up kind of idolizing him, and I really, really like this one. I know some people don't like it because I think she's maybe 17 in the book or 16. when they have a relationship. I can't really remember, but I really liked it. I loved this Taboo forbidden romance. And the last book I'm going to talk about is the Frat Boy by Nikki Sloan. So this one, like I mentioned earlier, is kind of taboo in the way that, like the premise of the story. So our hero and heroine are in different, like he's in a frat and she is in a sorority. And so there is this like tournament that the fraternities and sororities do, and there was this big dispute over who won, and she saw one of their like frat guys cheating, and she brings it up to everybody and nobody believes her, and like something happens where they both get kicked out of their frat and sorority, and so they need to find somewhere to live, and they absolutely hate each other. They absolutely hate each other after that, and despise each other. And so when they both see each other at the house that they want to rent out, there's a stipulation on that they have to partake in adult videos and do scenes together, and they have this crazy chemistry, off the charts chemistry, and their chemistry is so good when they're doing the scenes and the videos, but like afterwards they like hate each other, and so it kind of slowly turns into a hate to love romance. Super spicy because they have to do these scenes together and have to like feel attraction to, like they feel so much attraction for each other. They don't want to like each other, and it's so good. And I really liked it. I didn't think the spicy scenes overrided the story at all, and I think it was a perfect amount, and I liked the storyline, and I thought it was really unique and fun. And this is in like her Nashville neighborhood series, and you did see like some of the characters, which was fun, but I really liked it. If you want just a spicy romance to fall into and not really think about too hard, I recommend this one. Alright, well that is the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed me talking about some spicy taboo romance recommendations for you. Definitely down below let me know your favorite spicy or taboo romances, because I would love to know. I love adding new books to my TBR, but I want to thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.